Lately, I've been getting asked a lot about the Wizard Grimoire and the most efficient way to level it. First off, in order to even get a Wizard Grimoire, you're going to need 25 arcane scrolls and 1 master crafting diagram. Not only that, but you're going to need somebody to craft it with 110 inscription or greater. I tell you what, if you get those materials, you can message me on Discord and I will gladly meet you in shelter and make it for you free of charge. The next thing is, in order to gain experience on the Wizard Grimoire, you're going to need to do a lot of spell damage to the creatures that you kill. So with that, we need to focus on a template with a high amount of spell damage and also a whole bunch of mana regain. That way we can cast a bunch of spells. And today, guys, I'm going to give you just that. So with that, guys, sit back, grab your wizard hat and your beer, and let's cast some spells. Pretty straightforward template today, guys, with room for adjustment. The key to this one, mana. We're going to start out with 120 inscription. Inscription really gives a lot to this template. First, it gives extra spell damage when using a scroll. Furthermore, when you use a scroll, there's a chance to not even use the scroll based on your inscription level. Say hello to long duration blesses as well, which means 111 hit points, 111 mana. Magic Reflect can oftentimes stay up a second time after being broken down. Reactive Armor helps prevent even more melee damage. If you're placing runes down at bosses, they'll stay longer. Followed up by 120 Taste ID. We chose 120 Taste ID for the extra mana. The higher the Taste ID, the better the chance to regain 2 mana instead of 1 while eating delectable food. 120 Necromancy, we want our meat shields to be strong, so the higher the Necro, the better. Evil Omen will increase the damage output of your spells, and Strangle will pair greatly with this by also increasing the damage output of your spells. Keep in mind though, with Strangle, you won't see the damage until 5 seconds after the spell lands. The ability Wither allows us to use mana free heals on ourselves as well as summons, to save our mana for what it was meant for, dealing damage. 100 Eval Intelligence. Eval In is specifically for spell damage, so it's no-brainer for leveling the Wizard Grimoire. 100 Meditation. Well, because we need to regain mana, right? Keep that mana battery alive. Similar to Eval, a no-brainer for leveling the Wizard Grimoire efficiently. Now for the last 60 points, personally, I went camping for more spell damage and carry weight. Some may take Forensic to skin leather, or some actually might take Spirit Speak to help increase the durability of their summons. As far as the Grimoire itself goes, it's extremely important to get mushrooms as soon as possible. They are basically just mana potions. With the full 6 points in that, you can use one every 60 seconds. I'd also suggest setting up an overhead to help you notice if it's off cooldown, and then you can use it again. Make sure and check out this video right here if you don't know how to do overheads, as it will explain it in great detail. Afterwards, unless you're high aspect, I'd suggest getting mana drain so you can reap mana refunds as fast as possible. Personally, I'm casting Flame Strike as much as possible. 40 mana is a significant amount to get refunded back, so we want that 50% chance for refund cap, or at least as close as possible. Putting 6 points into this will give us 20% of that. Then it's up to our magic spellbook and aspect to do the other 30. Finally, I'd recommend start dabbling in the lower circle spells, such as Lightning, Magic Arrow, and Harm. These are great to do on cooldown, as they are extremely good mana to damage ratio when empowered with the Grimoire. Once again, set up overheads to know, that way you know when they're off of cooldown. One thing of note though, keep in mind the progression of the Wizard Grimoire itself will probably change once the current patch that is on test goes live. They are talking about introducing Meteor Swarm and Chain Lightning to the Wizard Grimoire. I'm really excited about that. It'll be really cool. For aspect, armor, Void Armor is just all around top notch for this. That free heal, stamina refresh, and mainly mana regain is just bonkers. The first time you don't get a refund on Flame Strike and then Void Armor proccing, it just feels really, really good. It also transfers over to whatever template you move over to once you're done with your aspect really well. It's really a great aspect to have leveled in general. That being said though, Eldritch Armor is also a top pick. The effective Spirit Speak and Inscription bonus complement the template really, really well. That means more damage from your spells, as well as stronger summons as you gain in levels. You also gain a spell damage bonus, also based on the amount of mana that you've spent. Basically, if you want sustained damage, go Void, and survivability. However, if you want big boy hits, you might go Eldritch. I think Void is better lower tier, but Eldritch ends up taking the win as you gain in levels and get a few links around your neck. For the book, however, Eldritch is definitely the way to go. The aspect special is Energy Surge. Not only does it do a nice little AoE damage effect, but it also gives you a mana well that provides a significant amount of mana. Now there is a slight argument for command, as it will keep your pets alive much better, healing them to full and increasing their damage for a duration. But since we are focused so much on mana, and with Wither in the Necromancy book, just resummoning on death is rather easy to do. For the Summoner's Tome, since we have over 80 Necromancer, we can utilize the Summoner's Tome. Personally, to make things simple, I went with 1 Ragwitch and 1 Mummy and 1 creature. You could be more specific to whether you're fighting magic users or physical damage users on which pet you use, but I kept it simple. I built these out to be as defensive as possible. If you're having no problem killing monsters, you might switch one or both out for a Lich and spec it for damage. But keep in mind, any damage your pets do is damage you're not doing with your spells. Therefore, you're not gaining that experience for that damage that you missed out on. If you're going to invest a lot of money into this, if you continue on with this template and or have some extra links laying around, Meditation Rate and Disruptive Void Chance link is a great one. As such, this entire time we have been saying mana is key. Spell Aspect Effect Chance if you're running Eldritch or Command will help tremendously. This mana wells once again provide that key factor of mana. And for the third one, Necromancy skill. For a variety of reasons, stronger spell damage, buffs, and stronger summons. Now we did test with 30 links and that was a lot of fun. But also for the gameplay of this video, we did 7 links as well as tier 7 in all aspects. And there you have it, folks. That is my go-to for leveling up the Wizard Grimoire if you guys were to ask me. So I hope that really helps you out some. Remember, the key thing is just gaining mana and doing a lot of spell damage. Actually playing this template, it was a ton of fun. I probably might, I don't know, I might actually play this on test, or excuse me, on live and in some of the live streams, as grabbing scrolls really wasn't that bad. I am a little worried about the arcane scroll usage, but that's okay. We'll continue to play it, see how it goes, and kind of go from there. Other than that, guys, shout out to the Patreons, the channel members, and you for liking this video, as it does help with discoverability for myself and you guys as well here on Outlands. One final thing, guys, if you're a new player and you're just starting out here, or you know a new player, make sure and check out this playlist right here, as it is just a list of different videos that we've compiled together that will help out a new player that they definitely don't want to miss. Guys, I'll see you next time. Homestar Gaming out.